Hi, Team Play Hard. I have so much to share with you, and it's taken me a few days to recover from the leadership retreat and feel a little bit less overwhelmed by all that I learned and all the information, and get some thoughts together to pass on to you. So, first, I want to go over some sort of mundane housekeeping things. So, bear with me because there are some nuggets in the middle and the end of this recording that I'm making you that I want you to hang in there for. So, let's get the housekeeping stuff out of the way first. Always be checking the team's pinned post for our team's monthly headline news. There's a couple things that need to be added to that pertain to this upcoming Monday. I want to talk about this upcoming Monday. One, the Fall Classic registration begins. So that's something corporate does, Team Cups, Fall Classics. They're basically fun little spirited challenges to help us engage in Success Club activities. So I would just say, as the head of Team Play Hard, it's something that we need, whether we feel like it or not, we need to embrace and participate in. So these are going to be teams of 3, 1 diamond per team, and I will post details, like I'll post the FAQ details in a separate post. So be on the lookout for that and get ready to enroll your team. In fact, post in the comments of this video, like who you want to partner with, call some people out, or privately message them and post in the comments, like we're a team, we're a team, we're a team. So I know where you guys are at with that. Lindsay Christensen is leading our team call on Monday night, so be there with bells on for that. And the new coach training, the small group new coach training starts Monday. So let's talk about this just a little bit quickly. It's important. It's so important how we start our new coaches. And basically, our team has grown so large that there are a few star diamonds on the team. So I would just say defer to your star diamond for their counsel on how you should be training your new coaches. If I'm your upline star diamond and you belong to, or you're personally sponsored by me and you're not sure where to put your new coaches, there's a couple different things. There's really 3 different ways you can get your new coaches started right, okay? 1, you can put them in our small group training. It starts Monday. They need to fill out the Google survey form. There's like 4 of my personally sponsored diamonds that are co-leading that with me. It's predominantly video led, so it's for people that have like ADD and like don't want to read long posts. It's perfect for them. If they like to have the pace set for them, like they want to be in a group, like a group fitness class, as opposed to doing their own workout on the workout floor at their own pace, it's the right group for them. If they're motivated by individual attention and getting a prize, it's the right group for them. If they want the pace set for them and like that whole accountability, like here's a group of us moving at this pace together, it's the right group for them. It costs $10. They need to fill out the survey. It starts Monday. It's a couple weeks long. They're going to get lots of love. It's new content that we've created, and it is outstanding. It's outstanding and covers everything from A to Z on what a new coach needs to know. There's also the self-paced training. Major props to Jen Embers for really helping me behind the scenes. She doesn't like credit, but she's getting it. That's ready to go. That is ready to go. In fact, we just went in there as late as this morning and have been fine-tuning it. So if you want to put your coaches through there, do it. So far, only Julie Harris, who is one of Lindsay Christensen's coaches, has completed the whole entire evolving training. And so I'd love to see more of you go through that. And those are longer, lengthier posts to read. And there's also videos in there too. So that's like a 40 lesson 4-week, but they set their own pace. So if they're more of a self, like they want to go at their own pace and do their own thing, that's going to be the group for them, and they can start that anytime. More housekeeping. How many of you guys are doing Carl's Seeds calendar? I haven't seen much talk about it since we posted those calendars. Is anyone doing it? If not, it's not too late to start. It's not too late to start at all. If you don't want to print those calendars that I posted because they would use a lot of ink, just go to Google and Google, calendar October, November, December 2015, and you'll get some white sheets, and just do 3 lines on each one. Just write 3 names on each one every day. And I'd love to see some, I'd love to see you guys posting how that's going, your Seeds of Planting calendar. Also, a couple things, and then I'm going to move on the housekeeping note as far as our team goes. When you guys have a question, like Tia had a question today, I loved it. I love that she asked about changing her name. She just recently got married. She posted the question. I love that. Be aware of the FAQs. You guys can use those FAQs. That's how I found the answer to her question. I'm glad she asked it. And I want you guys to ask questions in there. If you are one that's going to find the answer yourself, like you have a question yourself, you find the answer because you called Coach Relations or you use the FAQs, post it in Team Play Hard, please, because if you have the question, I guarantee you others do too, or will have it, and you will have given them the information in advance. So, and lastly, I just want to thank you guys for being the most welcoming team on the face of the planet. Like, you guys are incredible when we add a new coach. I really have never said thank you for being so welcoming. Like, I want to be a new coach on our team. You guys you're so awesome about that. And I'm always thankful, and I never have said it. So thank you for that. Okay, let's move on. So I just got back from Leadership 2015 in San Diego. Now, to be there, you had to do the work in 2014. So to be at Leadership next year, it's going to be based on the work you do this year in 2015. Now, I was going for Elite last year, and I missed it, and I made Premier. And I just want to say, like, leaders, go for Elite. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You fail, like I failed. It still moved my business so far forward. I still, like, was able to hit Premier because I was going for it. So, like, even though I quote-unquote failed, I totally won because I set that lofty goal for myself. So continue to put those benchmarks in front of you. Continue to dream big. Even new coaches, I really want you, if you're a business builder, I really want you believing and knowing that you can be a 2-star coach, and that really having your eye on that long-term prize, even if you're not quite Emerald yet. Okay, at Leadership, my mind was blown. I learned so much. It's always super. I was at the New Leader Conference earlier in the year, so I've been to things that are similar, and I've been to the summits and everything like this. But this Leadership Conference is so, it was so humbling, and I want to talk to you about a few things. One, I've been really struggling with what I'm going to call the empty nest syndrome. Our team is doing so well. So many leaders are evolving and growing and leaving the nest in a good way that I've been sad about it a little bit. And it was a really amazing dose of perspective for me to be at this leadership conference because in fact, I was talking to one of my closest friends, and she'll probably watch this video, and she is a lifetime 12-star, and we talked about our teams, of course, and and she was like, "You're so lucky." I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm so sad." And she's like, "You're so lucky. That's what we want. Like, that is the goal, is to have your babies grow up, become amazing leaders, and lead their team." And she's like, "That means you will have people next to you next year at Leadership, filling the seats. You'll have people with you." And that's like, true success is the team flourishing. And it was just a great new set of lenses for me. And so in light of that, in the aftermath of, and I should be so proud. I am so proud of the Team Play Hard leaders, the diamonds, the star diamonds that have really stepped up and become like such bosses, that I now, and in accordance with my own goals for Elite this year, Elite next year, I'm really looking to find the new guard, the new wave of Team Play Hard leaders. And so I'm really surveying the lay of the land. I'm always looking like who's commenting, who's on the team calls, who's posting. Heather's calling me right now. Who's calling me? Who's boxing me? Who's in it? Who's in it? Who's in it? But not just someone that wants to hang out, but someone that wants to build a business. And so that I can foster those mentor-mentee relationships. So many of you, since Summit, I have set up weekly accountability calls with like some of my leaders. Weekly accountability, pointed business meetings via Zoom. And I found that there's like 20 of you that I want to be doing that with. The problem is I don't have 20 hours in my business work week for 20 separate Zooms. I don't. I mean, I do work the business about 20 hours a week, but that can't all be towards mentoring coaches. Obviously, I need to be recruiting and doing other business activities. So I'm going to propose a Trina Grayism, something Trina Gray taught at the New Leader Conference last February. I want to propose doing a rotating, revolving Zoom on Saturdays. Now, when I'm doing my master training, I can't do this. So there will be some Saturdays that I can't do this. But the Saturdays that I'm home, I want to do this revolving training. So I'm going to start out by doing an 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., that's 2 hours, rotating Zoom. I will post about this, but I want to talk to you about it first. It will be 20-minute increments, so 11 to 11:20, 11:20 to 11:40, 11:40 to noon, noon to 12:20, 12:20 to 12:40, and 12:40 to 1. We'll start with that. If this is successful, if there's a lot of interest, I can make it a bigger block of time. Basically, these will be not social hours, not social. These will be business meetings where some of you will pop on. So maybe Angela and Tasha will pop on at the same time for 20 minutes. And then maybe Bobby and Chelsea will come on together. Or maybe just one person will come on. So we can set it up. I can partner you up or triple you up or meet one-on-one with you for the 20 minutes. And there will be a call to action. Like it's gonna be a mentorship. Like I'm going to challenge you. You're going to be challenged with these meetings and encouraged if that's what you need. And there might be a theme to it. Like this Saturday, the theme for the revolving training is going to be mastering cycle bonus. I don't know. The art of inviting, uncovering your weakness, whatever. And so I want to start that going. Also, I want to start personally, just so you guys know, taking Sundays off. Something I've wanted to do for a long time, and it's time. And just so you guys know, it doesn't mean I'm quitting the business. It just means I'm prioritizing my family time a little bit better, and probably should have done this a long time ago. And I would encourage you guys to consider doing the same. So there's something really addicting about the business, and sometimes it's hard to put it down. And those of you that know me really well know that I've been really trying to prioritize my family time. So I'm going to be taking Sundays off, but really making Saturday a mentorship day with my coaches when I'm in town. Couple of nuggets for you before I end this call. Finding a Success Club partner. This was something that was discussed at the leadership conference in a new light. Danielle Natoni and Julie Voris led a great call on it, and they said that, you know, without each other as Success Club partners, they absolutely would not be where they're at in the business. So they've unequivocally found someone that pushes them hard, challenges them, knows them, and that they would not have the same business success but for that person. What they said that was interesting is that it's like a marriage, and you should be very picky and very choosy, and you should take your time. So there's no rush. And I hadn't heard that before. And I think I've sort of like rushed you guys into get your Success Club partner. You're in new coach training, get a Success Club partner. And it's okay if you have a successful partner. And I mean, sometimes like your stride doesn't end up matching, and so you end up finding someone else. Like, it's okay if for a certain season somebody sharpens you and brings you to the next level, and you find someone else who better matches your stride. But I mean, in the big picture, in the long haul, you need a marriage. You need a success partner. Be looking, be choosy, be picky for someone. They don't have to have your same strengths. In fact, maybe it's better if they don't have your same strengths, but someone who will sharpen you and make you better. Take your time, don't rush. Another takeaway that I had that I thought I would pass on to you guys that might be helpful to you is that it's really easy for me, for you guys also, I think, to see what so many great coaches on our team are doing. And I look at what so many of the elite coaches are doing on the wall, and I'm like, I'm not worthy. I don't have that system in place, or I haven't done this or that. And we really need to get back to the basics. It's about the basics. And you know, I get down on myself and discouraged if I don't have the perfect new coach checklist, or if I don't have the perfect new coach letter, or I don't have the, you know, this system and that system all dialed in. When it boils down to it, Danielle Natoni said that when she became a 6-star elite, she started working with Doug Moss, and she's like, okay, Doug, now what do I need to do? I want to be 10-star, 15-star, like, what's the secret sauce? And she was expecting him to give her like these elaborate things that she needed to do next, right? He was like, you need to hit Success Club, you need to recruit new coaches, and you need to teach them to hit Success Club. You need to hit Success Club, recruit new coaches, and teach them to hit Success Club. And then you need to hit Success Club, recruit new coaches, and teach them to hit Success Club. You get the point. Like, on and on and on. That's what you have to do to make it to be 10-star, 15-star. That's what you have to do. So I think it's tempting to like compare, you know, and get caught up in like, oh my gosh, but that coach is doing that, and that coach is doing that, and I need to be doing that, and I need to be doing that, and I should be doing that, and oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. We need to hit Success Club, and we need to recruit, and we need to teach them to hit Success Club. That is how simple it is. That is what we need to do. And sometimes like I shirk from saying like, you guys need to hit Success Club, because I'm like, it sounds selfish. It sounds like, oh, like I don't want it to sound like maybe that's, you know, like that helps me. It helps my elite status if you guys hit Success Club. But you know why we don't need to worry about sounding selfish when we ask our new coaches to hit Success Club? Because that it is hitting Success Club is the number one indicator of current and future success. Hitting Success Club is the number one indicator of current and future success in our business. Moreover, coaches who have coaches earning Success Club make 15 times more money than coaches who do not. Coaches who have coaches hitting Success Club make 15 times more money than coaches that do not. That's why it's not selfish. It's in their best interest. We need to hit Success Club, recruit coaches, and teach our coaches to hit Success Club. So I say that to free you from worrying about having perfect systems dialed in and, you know, all the things that some of the great leaders are doing. We just need to keep it to the basics. And that's why we need to do Carl's calendar. That's why we need to do Carl's season of planting calendar. I'm going to, I think, wrap it up with just one more little point, and then I'll go over some of the more in-depth stuff I learned at leadership on later recordings for you, so that I'm not, you know, blowing you up all at once. Personal development. Here was another takeaway I had. It should be very specific to your interests and what you need. In other words, if you already know you're a badass, you don't need to read You're a Badass. And if you want to be a blogger, you need to be reading personal development about blogging. Like, we want personal development. We were taught that our personal development shouldn't just be what everyone else is doing necessarily, and it shouldn't necessarily just be like, randomized. Like I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what I see posted. It should be specific to your strengths and your gifts and where you want your business to go. If it's you want to be better about understanding nutrition, it should be the Super Life, like nutrition books. Melissa McAllister said all of her personal development is nutrition stuff. I was going to say something else about that. It can be towards a weakness if it's a core value if it's a core value. Otherwise, we want to be growing our strengths. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I will delve into some of the training later. Thank you so much for watching. Please post in the comments below any questions you have. Member Success Club partner, take your time. Like marriage, you can date some people. You can date around a little bit. And remember, Saturday mornings are going to be a mentorship revolving training for me. More information to come on that. Your fall classics, start rallying your teams of 3. Stick to your core behaviors of hitting Success Club recruiting and training your coaches to hit Success Club. Be deliberate in your personal development choices. Trying to wrap up. That's it. I'm looking for my new guard. I'm looking for my new wave, and it's probably those of you that took the time to watch this video. Those are the ones that I want to be. I'm working with on the revolving webinar. So love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and don't forget to have your new coaches enroll with the new coach training. Thanks.